Most of the players that Chelsea are signing, I think they are being signed by the board. I don't think Enzo Maresca will look at the market and say, get me Garnacho, get me Gittens. These are players that I feel like because they are young and they are available, Chelsea board just feel like, oh, Momo could buy this player, let us recruit, because that is how their pattern have been since they took over Chelsea. These Chelsea's new owners, they like the young players. They barely like experienced and old players. They sold everybody else that was experienced and old in that team. So I feel like, okay, Maresca knew about this and he still took the job, still perform wonders with these young boys. But at the same time, sometimes you need experience to be able to win the major trophies. There is nobody talking to themselves in that Chelsea team. The only leadership you have are still young boys in Caicedo and Palmer and who again is there. They are still young boys. Their best defender at some point was Achipong, still a young boy. Sometimes Achipong self go play right back for Chelsea, and Maresca will have Gusto on the bench or James on the bench. Not so the man they doing it things. But sacking Enzo Maresca was a no-no for me because. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Softball Media. Welcome to Premier League Match Day 20 preview. So many draws on Match Day 19. I don't know what happened. I don't know why everybody just a draw. I think about 7 draws happened in Match Day 19. But moving on to Match Day 20 preview, Aston Villa host Nottingham Forest 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. Aston Villa finally lost the game. Yes, they are mortal. They are men mortal too. They can lose a game to losing 4-1 to Arsenal at Emirates. And after going 11 out of 11 games, going 11 out of 11, having Man City, Chelsea, and Manchester United in one of those games that were won, it's not a small feat, and losing to Arsenal is not something they should be putting their heads down on, because Arsenal are a very, very good team, and losing to Arsenal is not that bad. Arsenal are a very, very good team, and they are still on top of the table. Aston Villa hosts Nottingham Forest 1:30 p.m. Saturday. Nottingham Forest just 4 points off the relegation zone. They are not doing quite all right now, but this game I feel like Aston Villa should be getting back to winning ways after losing to Arsenal. Nottingham Forest are not doing quite all right themselves, heading to Villa Park. Villa Park is no place to go at this period, because Aston Villa is wounded after losing 4-1 to Arsenal. They should be getting back to winning ways with this one. Unai Emery will want his boys to get back to winning ways and focus on getting back on form. Brighton versus Newcastle. Oh, I predict that game, Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. I predict that game should end 2-0 in favor of Aston Villa. Brighton versus Burnley 4 p.m. tomorrow. After Burnley gave Newcastle their second away win in the league this season, they head to Brighton. Burnley, I think they'll be going back to the Championship. I don't see them staying in this league, giving Newcastle their second away win this season. And Brighton right now, they will demolish Burnley. They will win Burnley. They should be beating Burnley 3-0 for me. And Wolves versus West Ham 4 p.m. This one is a relegation battle. It's a relegation battle between these two. I feel like this should be an interesting one. This is one of those games where Wolves have to win, because West Ham this period, they are not hammering anything. They are the hammers, but they know they hammer anything. So I feel like Wolves will eat them alive, because of how Wolves have performed against teams like Liverpool getting a narrow win, Arsenal getting a narrow win, and drawing at Old Trafford. Even if Manchester United at Old Trafford, they are a bit shaky this period at Old Trafford, but drawing at Old Trafford, Newcastle didn't do that. So that should be a momentum for them going into this game, because this should be their first win of the season. Wolves should be having their first win of the season, and I'm backing them to get their first win of the season 4 p.m. on Saturday against West Ham. This game should be ending in favor of Wolves 2-1 win. Bournemouth versus Arsenal 4 p.m. On Saturday. Even after beating Aston Villa 4-1, Arsenal should not be relaxed, because Bournemouth can take a point off you. They're a very good team, even though they've been a bit shaky of recent. They're a very good team still. You saw what they did against Chelsea, and you saw what they did against Manchester United. They can score you lots of goals. Even at Anfield, Liverpool beat them, I think 4-2, but they still got 2 goals. So they are a team that can get good amount of goals against you. if you don't sit up well. But Arsenal getting back Gabriel is one of the best defenders in the league, if not the best defender in the league, and it's good to see football banter back between Gabriel and Onana. You know, after Aston Villa beat Arsenal that first leg 2-1 after getting the last minute goal, Onana went to the walkway, looked at the camera and did like this 3 points in the bag, and Gabriel had to return the same gesture after beating them, hammering them, in fact, trashing them 4-1 at Emirates. So this game, I see us now beating Bournemouth 2-1. 2-1 for me, 2-1, because this period, Arsenal they've shown that they can win the league, beating a team that have gone 11 out of 11. Guardiola dropped points against Sunderland, minus 2 points for them, and Arsenal gained the 2 points. It's a good one for them after they lost points against Chelsea and Sunderland. Like I said before, if Guardiola go climb you for that February, it might be over. So Arsenal should just keep being at the top till that February and probably go on to win the league. May they not go bottle the league this season, because if they do, I feel like that might be the end for them. So Manchester City losing 2 points at Bournemouth at Sunderland. It's a good one for us now after they trashed Villa 4-1. Then Leeds United versus Man United 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. Leeds United are in a very, very good form. They've gone 5 games unbeaten before going to Anfield, and they drew 0-0 at Anfield. They even got a goal. Calvert Lewin got a goal, but was ruled out for offside in a dying minute. I think in 70 plus or 80 plus of that game, he got a goal, but it was ruled out for offside. So this Leeds United team now, they've gone 6 games without losing now. And if Man U not sit up, this is a stadium where they've drawn Liverpool 3-3, beating Chelsea 3-1, and have got couple of other good results. And Manchester United this period, but I feel confident going into this game as a Manchester United fan, because every game where Man U, where rival fans or football world feel like Manchester United cannot win, are those games Manchester United end up winning. Leeds United is not a place. Leeds is not a place to go to right now, because they are in a very, very good form. Their striker scoring 7 out of 6 games now. He would have made it 7 out of 7 games. I would have made it 8 out of 7, but the goal was ruled out for offside. But all in all, Leeds are in a very good form, and Manchester United needs to be careful, or they'll be losing all maximum points, not even getting a draw, losing all maximum points to Leeds. And our team news will come out later. Amorim will be speaking later on and will be giving us the team news. I hope some of our first team players get back and get into the team, because that last game, all those young boys where they put, whether na Mantanto, I've been a Mantanto, I've been a Fandango, those boys, no. And Fletcher, with all the hype, I just don't want to come at you yet, because I feel like you're a youngster, and having that hype as a youngster is something that you should carry on your shoulder and show the people that you're a very good footballer. That should have been against Wolves, because if you're not showing up against Wolves, who do you want to show up against? And I hope that this game, if they give you another chance again, you should be able to carry that mantle and show the young boys that, okay, we came from Manchester United. You show our football world rather that you came from Manchester United youth team, and you were promoted not just because the team have injuries, but because you were one of the best youth players in the Manchester United youth team, and that is why you were promoted. Because I don't see no reason why they will give you a chance at Old Trafford and you will be scared. There are young players out there that are doing very, very well from their academy teams, and you should be setting examples for the boys you left at your youth team, showing them that yes, when they pick us from the youth team and get into the first team, we always turn up. That has been Manchester United heritage. Because of the fact that Manchester United have a lot of injured players and we are expecting much from these boys, that is why it has been like this. But let's just still give them time and give them time to blend in. But Amorim is not a patient man now. He's not a patient man. He's the man that wants results now. Because see, they've sacked Maresca. If they can sack Maresca, Amorim knows that his job is on the line too. Forget all those 3 years that Jim Ratcliffe was talking about that is giving Amorim. Forget all those one. If you mess up again, if he gives you another chance again and you mess that up, that might be the end. Look at some of the players that Manchester United brought from the youth team. They loaned all of them. Look at James Garner. He's no longer a Manchester United player anymore. So if you really want to be a Manchester United player, you have to fight for the badge. It's not just coming from the youth team. You have to really fight for the badge and show the fans and your coach that you can really play football, and then you get more chances, even more than the people, the original starters of the team. Look at a player like Eden Heaven. He's not from Manchester United youth team. I think it's from Arsenal youth team. Eden Heaven is from Arsenal's youth team. And look at what he's doing today at that young age. It might be hard for Eden Heaven to leave that first 11, even with a three-man back when everybody's fit. It will be hard because he's showing his worth to the team. That is what I expect from these young players. There are so many young players out there in the world showing their worth to their team, and you've been given opportunity over and over again. It comes to a point where your coach, the team, and the fans grow out of patience. And this Leeds game might be it. If you drop another stinker again, people feel no, they feel not day your back again. So I'm just talking about the Manchester United youth basically. When you are given a chance, show the reason why you were promoted to the first team, not just because players were injured. And even at that, you should be showing the coach that even with the players injured, you can be trusted and can fit into the first team. But Leeds United versus Man United, 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. It's a game I see Manchester United winning, because any game you see Manchester United not winning, those games they win. And away from home this season has been better. Away from home this season has been better than playing at Old Trafford. So I see Manchester United winning this game 2-1 for me, 2-1. Then Fulham versus Liverpool, 4 p.m. on Sunday. After Fulham came back-to-back clean sheets and won back-to-back games, they drew to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, 1-1. And Liverpool drew also to Leeds United, 0-0. This is a very, very interesting tie because both teams are quite in a good form now. They are quite in a good form. Liverpool was a bit shaky 2 months ago, but in the past 1 month, Liverpool has been a little bit more stable without Mohamed Salah. Some of the fans that are hating on Mohamed Salah will be liking this one. But Fulham versus Liverpool is a game that will bring a lot of excitement. Liverpool should be winning, but Fulham in form right now, not losing in 3 games, back-to-back clean sheet before drawing at Selhurst Park. They won't let Liverpool win this game. I feel this is another draw and another -2 points for both teams. So they should be drawing that game 1-1. Tottenham hosts Sunderland 4 p.m. on Sunday. Good fixture. Good fixture. And this is another draw I see. I see another 1-1 draw. Sunderland have actually had more draws than win this season. If you know if you beat Sunderland, if Sunderland know if he beats you, you know go if you beat Sunderland. They stopped Manchester City winning run yesterday after drawing that game 0-0. Imagine not letting Manchester City score for 90 minutes. You're gonna say, oh, Tottenham should better sit up or they might actually lose this game. But if Sunderland cannot win you can't beat Sunderland. So I see this game ending as a 1-1 draw again. Then Everton plays Brentford 4 p.m. on Sunday. After failing to win in 3 games, Everton is back to winning ways after beating Nottingham Forest away from home. Imagine Nottingham Forest letting Everton win away from home, but they host Brentford 4 p.m. Sunday. This game should be an exciting fixture. But Everton having a win away from home to Nottingham Forest is something to commend them. And Brentford, I don't know why I'm seeing a draw in this game again. I don't know. But Everton should be having this win 1-0. 1-0 win to Everton in this one for me. Then Newcastle versus Crystal Palace 4 p.m. on Sunday. This should be a banger match if it was earlier this season. But Crystal Palace this period have been a bit shaky. They've been a bit shaky. Newcastle at home this season have been better playing away from home. So Newcastle should be favored in this one. I think Newcastle should be winning this one 2-1. But Crystal Palace is not a team to write off to. They have quality players to hurt anybody. They can turn up at any time. And even Newcastle themselves, they've not been quite good this season. Even though they've been better at home, they've not been quite good. And Crystal Palace is also a strong team, still having their players intact and they can still turn up at any time. But I see Newcastle winning this game 2-1 for me. Then the big one for the weekend, Manchester City versus Chelsea, 6:30 p.m. Sunday. A huge news broke out yesterday. Chelsea sacks Enzo Maresca. Chelsea sacked Enzo Maresca. It was a shocking news to me. I was just with my phone, then I saw a message popped up by David Ornstein. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right. Ornstein, the other Fabrizio Romano. David Ornstein, that guy. I saw a message just popped up from him on Twitter saying that Chelsea had part ways with Enzo Maresca. I was really shocked because looking at this Chelsea team, even though they've had a bad run in the last 1 month, should they be sacking Enzo Maresca? Should they be sacking Enzo Maresca? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts too. Should Chelsea have sacked Enzo Maresca? Before we even talk about the fixture, Manchester City versus Chelsea, let's talk about Enzo Maresca. What he did for Chelsea. Enzo Maresca won the Conference League for Chelsea, making them the only club to possess the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League, giving Chelsea fans a bragging right. Enzo Maresca won the Club World Cup, the first time it has been hosted in that manner. Enzo Maresca won that trophy, even though we are all like, which kind of Club World Cup? We all know it was an important trophy, beating PSG 3-0. Enzo Maresca have been a tactician, a good coach. Every time he comes up against a team that you feel like Enzo Maresca will fold, he not go fold. He will come out and do something against that team. Imagine beating PSG 3-0 in a final after PSG don't knock everybody around. Knock Arsenal, knock who again? Everybody just collect one by one for PSG. Even what's their name? Barcelona earlier this season in the Champions League. Barcelona still collect for their hand. PSG have virtually beaten everybody, even beating Bayern Munich in that Club World Cup. But Chelsea turned up against them. I see some of Chelsea fans saying that Enzo Maresca, sometimes we know he's good, but sometimes he's always playing players out of position. He will have players available. Bro, that is how he won the cup for you people. That is how he plays. That is his style. Let me just put it that way. That is his style. That is how he plays football. Tweaking of these things is how he won the trophies he won for you people. In that Club World Cup final, he put Malo Gusto, James in that midfield, where people will say, James play midfield, James play midfield. Malo Gusto, we are thinking that, okay, it's going to be Palmer versus Nuno Mendes. And I'm very sure that PSG's coach came in his mind, he will be like, okay, now Palmer go deal with Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes can still, let's see the energy Nuno Mendes can give against. I'm sure the plan he would have laid out is Palmer versus Nuno Mendes. But guess what? Palmer not even near Nuno Mendes. That was all Maresca. He lets Gusto run that place. Only him, only Gusto. That was what's his name? Enzo Maresca's tactics. Now look at the Conference League. The same thing. He has been tweaking this thing every time he wins something big or he wins a very huge match for Chelsea. That is how he has played his football. So I don't see where the problem is coming from. But some Chelsea fans are still saying that he knew, and some people are backing Chelsea's board and some people are backing Enzo Maresca. People backing Chelsea's board saying that Enzo Maresca already knew about. Let's even talk about Enzo Maresca's part in that Chelsea team. Most of the players that Chelsea are signing, I think they are being signed by the board. I don't think Enzo Maresca will look at the market and say, get me Garnacho, get me Gittens. These are players that I feel like because they are young and they are available, Chelsea board just feel like, Mama could buy this player, let us recruit, because that is how their pattern have been since they took over Chelsea, these Chelsea's new owners. they like the young players. They barely like experienced and old players. They sold everybody else that was experienced and old in that team. So I feel like okay, Maresca knew about this and he still took the job, still perform wonders with these young boys. But at the same time, sometimes you need experience to be able to win the major trophies. There is nobody talking to themselves in that Chelsea team. The only leadership you have are still young boys in Caicedo and Palmer and who again is there. They are still young boys. Their best defender at some point was Achipong, still a young boy. Sometimes Achipong sef go play right back for Chelsea and Maresca will have Gusto on the bench or James on the bench. Na so the man dey do im things. But sacking Enzo Maresca was a no-no for me because he's actually still doing well. Still top 5 abi top 6 in the table Premier League. The league is just halfway through. You don't even know if he's going to go on to finish second or so. Probably he might not win the league, but he should be going for the league, but he might not win the league, but he might still qualify for the Champions League. He has given you 2 trophies in the past season. So sacking him was very, very, I don't know, maybe they agreed or probably because, or probably Maresca spoke to them about changing their pattern of getting players and maybe they don't like it. They felt like, okay, this is what we're going to stick to. They brought out a club statement. The club statement did not even say anything much. It was just talking about parting ways with Maresca. You know, it didn't explain any details about why they parted ways, but it was just talking about parting ways with Maresca. But Manchester City are still interested in Maresca, but Guardiola has not made a decision yet. I feel like for them to be interested in Maresca, maybe Guardiola have put in 1 or 2 words for him, but Guardiola has not made a decision yet. He's still focused on this season and trying to win the league this season. But now let's look at who Chelsea are trying to, who Chelsea is trying to replace Maresca with. His name is Liam Rosenio. I've been a Rosenio. Don't know which that one name. I think he's 41-year-old. He remains according to Fabrizio Romano, Liam Rosenio remains the leading candidate in the shortlist to become Chelsea's new head coach. He's highly rated by Chelsea hierarchy. And as revealed weeks ago, main candidates as reported today. FC Strasbourg assessing replacements if Chelsea proceed. This man finished 7 in the league with Strasbourg last season. Quite impressive, and is currently on 7th position in the league this season. You might say 7th is far off from being the best in the league, but Strasbourg, yes, Strasbourg. You visit at Strasbourg, they are not a team to be finishing in a European top in Ligue 1, but then again, it's Ligue 1. Do you understand? I'm not really sure about this guy coaching, just boosting him to Chelsea's main team like that after the pressure. Imagine sacking Maresca and signing this guy. What do you expect from him? Because I feel like this guy might not last next season. He might get sacked end of this season or probably halfway next season. It's a huge job, and giving it to somebody like this who has not really done much in football. But when you don't give people chance, you won't know what they can do. He might turn out to be a very, very good coach. But all in all I'm trying to say is sacking Maresca at this stage of the season when he's not actually doing bad. He just had a run of 1 month. If una can't be Manchester United, if you had finished 15 like Manchester United, what's about the talk? When I win trophies, they finish for European sports, so that's still the sack with that coach. Well, this sack, I don't support it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. If you have any other opinion, you can put it in the comment section and share your thoughts and let me know what you think about Chelsea sacking Enzo Maresca. But Manchester City versus Chelsea, 6:30 p.m. Sunday. Caicedo won't be available for this one because he has accumulated yellow card, and he was yellow carded in that Bournemouth game, and you will miss this game. It's a huge loss for Chelsea because Chelsea now we see they need to play where they might actually now do all this new coach bounce. Because when you just sack coach, because some of these players they might, because Palmer's body language this period, maybe Maresca is taking him off too early, because whenever Maresca they come up, Palmer will do face like waiting again, and he's not really playing well this period. Probably Palmer might just turn up against his old team. And without Maresca, maybe some of these players are actually now tired of Maresca system, not playing them in their position. when you go get Gusto, get James and this for bench, you go dey use Achipong for right back. Maybe Chelsea players, just maybe they are tired of that pattern. They want to play in the position they are meant to play in. I don't know. But this game against Manchester City, I don't think Chelsea will be even seeing a draw in this game 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. Manchester City should be having this win. Guardiola should be getting back to winning ways after drawing 0-0 to Sunderland. I hope that happens because me, I want top Chelsea. I want top Chelsea. It has been a long time coming. I didn't even know if Manchester United is going to beat Leeds, but I want top Chelsea. Chelsea should be losing this game. But if they draw, it's still good because both teams will lose 2 points. But Manchester City should be winning this game for me 3-0. 3-0. Sacking Maresca is a wrong thing. For me, personally, Chelsea did the wrong thing sacking Maresca, and I feel like they will regret it in front. Thank you for coming, and please don't forget to come for the next episode. See you again next time, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification button so you can watch all our videos immediately we drop them. Thank you.